Hello everyone, this is Doxy Mom and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Peanut and I, we're here to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. Now, Fox Business had Nigel Farage on the other day, and I'll link it, but they were talking about the new Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. And he, of course, he's replacing Theresa May, the one who could not deliver Brexit. Now, Boris is known as Britain's Trump. Imagine that. And they're saying that this could be a special relationship like what Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher had back in the 80s. But according to Nigel, Boris is definitely pro-American since he was born in New York, but he must deliver Brexit. Nigel says if we get Brexit, the special relationship is back on. Then Body Language Ghost, and I just love her and I'll leave a link. She did a video on Boris and she says that Boris has got some fire in him. He's a fighter and he's a scrappy man. Now, Boris says in this body language clip that their mission is to deliver Brexit on October the 31st. So, guys, we just need to pray for Boris Johnson. We need to pray for the UK that the Brexit happens. And, guys, like I said, I'll leave a link for all of this, but let's just keep that in our prayers. Now, last night, down there in Detroit, they had another Democrat debate that I did not watch, and I will not be watching again tonight because I'm just not going to waste my time on that mess. But I did watch Hannity, and according to him, 2020 will be the single most important election in our lifetime. However, Sean, we have to remember the 2016 election was pretty life-changing, wasn't it? Now, of course, we all know we have to get out and vote for our wonderful president and keep our economy growing, people working, and the swamp draining. Now, we have to thank Jesus every day. Thank you, Jesus, that President Trump is our president. And, now he's been hammering, though, on Elijah Cummings lately over Baltimore and the big mess and how it just continues to get worse, even though Obama gave Elijah $1.8 million in stimulus money. And now $15 billion has been given and nothing has changed. If anything, things have gotten worse. Well, President Trump, he wants to know where all that money went to, and, well, I think everybody wants to know where all that money went. So, maybe we should look at Elijah's tax returns. Well, moving on. Now, Hannity brings up Christopher Wray of the FBI. Now, guys, months ago, 17 told us to trust Wray. Then, on July 29th, in post number 3537, an Anon says Wray is a sleeper, and 17 responds future marker. Now, whatever that means. But John Solomon, he was on it. He's reporting, and I quote, Chris Wray's FBI continues to cover for Team Comey's Russia shenanigans, end quote. So, Wray, well, he is blocking documents from being released that will make Comey and Comey's FBI look really, really bad. Now, there's evidence that proved that Steele was a fraud from the very beginning, but they pushed for that FISA warrant anyway, and that dossier, it was just a bunch of lies, and they never told the court this. Neither did they tell the court who paid for all these lies. Well, I believe that would be Hillary Clinton. So, why is Wray doing this? That is the question. John Solomon and Hannity, well, they're in the know. So, is this a head fake to the deep state, or is Wray a part of the swamp? And, does he just need to be replaced like Hannity and Solomon were kind of suggesting last night? 17 thought we could trust Wray, and now, actions speak louder than words, so time will tell, but you just have to ask yourself why Wray is doing this, and I'll leave a link. Now, guys, today is Wednesday, and, we're still waiting to see if Devin Nunes is going to get his declassified documents like Joe DeGenova told us the other night. So as soon as anything happens, now I'll let you know. Now, guys, I hope y'all know it's still taking me between 1.5 and 2 hours to upload these videos. But if anything major hits, I may just try to do a live video. Now, I'm way out here in the country, and I don't know if that'll work or not, but we just might give it a try. But, after D-Class, of course, it's going to be coming out in pieces, and along with it, guys, this is criminal. People are going to be arrested, and then, the OIG report, it's due out 1st of September. And then, of course, all those men down there at Guantanamo Bay, they're just waiting. They've got room, and military tribunals, they're going on with the 9/11 victims. So, we're just hoping that all this is going to get started very, very soon, and I'll keep you posted. Now, speaking of justice, since justice is coming, the Gateway Pundit is reporting that, of course, last month, and I think I told you guys this, that Jackson Costco of D.C., he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for stealing data on U.S. senators. Then he doxed 5 Republican senators, including Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and Rand Paul. And he did threaten to release the senator's children's health information. Now, this is terrible. But thank you, Jesus, that didn't happen, right? But apparently, he had an accomplice named Samantha Davis. Now, she could face up to 18 months in prison. We don't know if that's going to happen, but I did a little digging on this young lady, and apparently she's 21 years old, and she, along with Jackson, were former aides to Democrat Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire. So Samantha helped Jackson enter a Senate office after hours so he could hack into the Senate computers and get all that information. And y'all, he left spy devices on the U.S. Senate network. So Samantha, she pled guilty to aiding computer fraud and evidence tampering, and we're waiting on her sentence. So Jackson's in jail the next 4 years, and hopefully this is never going to happen again, y'all. Now let's move to China. The China trade talks in Shanghai wrapped up today, and no deal was made, unfortunately. Now the next round of talks, they're going to be happening here in the U.S. in September. Now, China, they're hoping that President Trump is going to lose in 2020, which we know he's not. And 17 points out in post 3558, and I'll leave a link to the QMAP, but that Trump is threatening a much harsher trade deal on China if they wait and do nothing. Well, nothing happened this time, so I'm telling you, China, Trump's going to win, so either do the deal or suffer the consequences. Moving on. Jack Murphy at Real Jack tweeted out this: breaking, New York Fire Commissioner calls for new investigation into 9/11 attacks, citing overwhelming evidence of explosives. Now, guys, remember that 9/11 is one of those 17 scandals that I've been talking about that's going to come out. So I'll keep you posted, but it was good to see this tweet. And then page 6, they're reporting that a bunch of A-listers are flocking to a Google summit in Italy in their private jets and mega yachts to talk about all things climate change. The billionaire creators of Google have invited people like Obama, Prince Harry, Leonardo DiCaprio, Katy Perry, Harry Styles, Orlando Bloom, Bradley Cooper, Nick Jonas, Gayle King, Mark Zuckerberg, and others, and they're calling this Google Camp. Apparently, it's a 3-day camp where guests dine among ancient temples, and they're treated to performances by Sting, Elton John, and Coldplay's Chris Martin. And they stay in rooms that start at $903 a night. Well, the 3-day summer camp is going to cost Google around $20 million, and the main focus of the event, like I said, is climate change Yet, ironically, they used 114 private jets and these enormous yachts to get everybody over there to Italy. Now, the squad and Nancy Pelosi, they're also in Italy. And 17 said that Italy is with POTUS. He said that in post 3539. So I'm going to keep my eye on Italy because there are no coincidences. Well, I'm going to leave you with a Bible verse. John 16:33 says, "These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." And yes, Jesus, he certainly has. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please share my content. It's free. And until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.